For breakfast, I started by cooking our sausages. I'm using Applegate chicken and maple sausage links, and you want to make sure that you cook this all the way through, and after you cook it per directions, you're going to remove it from the pan and let them cool for just a little bit. In the meantime, crack 2 eggs, a 1/4 cup of milk, a splash of vanilla extract, and some cinnamon. Give it a whisk. Next, we're going to remove the crust from our bread, and we're going to flatten it by using a rolling pin. I'm using honey wheat bread, but feel free to use whatever type of bread that you'd like. You want to make sure that you flatten this so that it'll be pliable when you roll the sausages, and then you're going to seal it with a fork, just like this. I ended up making about 10 of these French toast. Next, you're going to dip the French toast in the egg mixture. Now melt 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to cook our French toast until it is golden brown, about 2 minutes per sides. Once all the sides has turned golden brown, you are going to remove them from the pan and let them cool. And now I'm just adding 3 French toasts per plate, add some maple syrup, and sprinkle it with a little bit of powdered sugar. For their fruits, I am going to add some mandarin oranges. I'm just going to cut it in half just like this. And I decided to add some strawberries in the end. Breakfast. For their smoothies, I'm 1 cup of milk of choice, 1 cup of frozen cauliflower, about 2 frozen bananas, a cup of strawberries, 1 tablespoon of hemp seeds, and a little bit of bee pollen, about a teaspoon. Some health benefits to bee pollen include it strengthens your immune system, it works as an antioxidant, it relieves inflammation, among other health benefits. And now I'm just going to blend this until it is completely smooth. If you prefer not to have your smoothie this thick, just add a little bit more milk when you are blending it. For lunch, I'm going to start with seasoning our chicken wings with olive oil and essentially barbecue seasoning. We've got cumin, brown sugar, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. And we're just going to give this a quick toss. Line a sheet pan with some parchment paper and add your wings on top, and we're going to cook this at 450 for about 20 minutes. Give them a flip and then cook for another 20 minutes. I am also going to season our baby potatoes with some butter, salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and we're going to cook this with the wings at 425 for about 35 minutes, depending on how large your potatoes are. At the 20-minute mark, I am flipping our chicken wings so that the skin side can get more crispy, and cook for another 20 minutes, and this is what they look like. While the wings and potatoes were cooking, I also boiled some corn on the cob and cut some celeries and carrots, and I prepared our dipping sauces. Here we have barbecue sauce, ranch dressing, and some ketchup, and now we are ready to eat. For dinner, you're going to start with cooking your pasta. I am using linguine, and don't forget to salt your water. For the shrimp, I'm going to season with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and about 3 tablespoons of melted butter. And I'm going to cook this in the oven at 350 for about 10 minutes. For our sauce, you're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, some cream cheese, garlic, Parmesan cheese, and some milk. Melt your butter, then you're going to add your garlic, cook that for about a minute, add your flour and cook that for about a minute, and you're going to slowly add about 2 cups of milk. You can also use heavy cream, and add your cream cheese. I'm using about 2 tablespoons of vegan cream cheese. And now we're going to season it with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. I really didn't measure it. You kind of just have to eyeball it. After the mixture has thickened, add some Parmesan cheese and then add your pasta. By this time, your shrimp should be done, and we're just going to add this to the mixture. Give this a quick toss, and this is where you want to taste for seasoning, and if you need to add more milk, go ahead and add it now. And so we're pretty much done, and now I'm just going to add it to their plates. And I also had some steamed broccoli that I'm going to add to this. And there you go, guys. Dinner is ready. Shrimp linguine with creamy garlic sauce. So I actually made this strawberry applesauce the day before. I started with 8 apples, and then I took the core out, cut them into small pieces, just like this. Next, I'm going to hull about a pound of strawberries. Next, I'm going to go ahead and steam our apples. You can boil your apples, but I prefer the steaming method simply because boiling it takes away some of the flavor. So you're going to steam your apples for about 5 minutes, add your strawberries, and cook that for about 10 minutes. Next, I added half the mixture into my blender. You don't want to fill the blender up all the way because it is hot. Just blend it until smooth, then add the other half of the mixture and blend that until smooth. Now give this a taste. I decided to add about 1.5 tablespoons of agave because it needed to be a little sweeter, and blend that until smooth, and you are pretty much done. Let the mixture cool completely before you store it. It is good for 1 week in the fridge and up to 3 months in the freezer. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Bye.